Cricket South Africa has pulled out all the stops to ensure that the India tour to South Africa takes place this summer. They had to. The tour, which now comprises 3 tests and 3 ODIs, is believed to be worth hundreds of millions of rands. But what measures have cricket's governing body actually put in place to make sure the tour goes ahead as planned, despite South Africa navigating through a 4th COVID-19 wave and the discovery of the Omicron variant? News 24 spoke to various key role players who gave us the lowdown into the intricate planning that ensured the Indian team was accommodated in the most secure biosafe environment possible. Dr. Shoaib Manjra is CSA's Chief Medical Officer. As the man in charge of the health and safety of the players, he played a major role in making sure the tour bubble was airtight.
Yeah, our preparations are full steam ahead for India. We're expecting them here for the full tour. So it's exciting times, it's challenging times, but we're ready for India in a fully safe, biosafe environment concept that we've created, both in Johannesburg or Gauteng and in the Western Cape. We're only allowing vaccinated people within the entire community. If you're not fully vaccinated, you're not allowed either in the BSc, you're not allowed to work in catering, you're not allowed to work anywhere, you're not allowed to be in a hotel serving the team. So our first condition is everybody must be fully vaccinated, because we know from the science that if you're vaccinated, the risk of transmitting the disease is extremely low. We've generously been allowed to vaccinate our players, the second vaccination for Johnson & Johnson. The government has also generously kind of offered India an additional vaccine when they land in South Africa. So should they not be able to get the 3rd vaccine, we're willing to give it to them when they land in South Africa to ensure that they've got the booster dose. We've also opened up the possibility of our scientists speaking to their scientists who advise the government to give them added assurance that the measures we're taking are foolproof and that the team will be safe. In case an Indian player needs to be hospitalized for whatever reason, we've kind of approached some of the hospital groups who've guaranteed us a bed in hospital. If there needs to be repatriation and the borders are closed, the government has given a guarantee that they will allow the players and the team to go back to India.
African Pride Irene Country Lodge is the prestigious establishment that will host India for the duration of their stay in Gauteng. Its managing director, Anwar Karim, took us through the lodge's lavish offerings as well as some of the health and safety protocols in place for the visitors.
This hotel has been truly blessed in that we've hosted a couple of other bubbles prior to this one. So we have got the necessary experience and know-how to successfully run a secure bio bubble. A secure bio bubble, first and foremost, means the hotel is closed off to the general public. So there's nobody from outside from the hotel that would be allowed to come onto the property. So staff are actually invited to participate in this bubble. Staff generally get tested 2 days prior to entering a strict 5-day quarantine period. So PCR tests and rapid antigen tests is conducted. They then generally come in 5 days prior to the team arriving, and during those 5 days they actually go into a strict lockdown. They have the test, they go straight into their bedroom. They're not allowed to communicate with each other. They stay in their bedroom for that full 5-day period. Their meals are taken to the bedroom, and only after the end of that 5-day period they get tested again, and then will they be allowed to come out of their bedrooms. I think what's interesting is, from our point of view, is to try and make this as a relaxing environment for them as we possibly can. One can only imagine from their point of view, moving from bio bubble to bio bubble, country to country, the sort of mental fatigue and the mental strain that goes with it. This environment, I think, lends itself beautifully to be able to offer the guys something different for a change, as opposed to being in a high-rise building, stuck in a bedroom. I'm not saying it makes it less taxing mentally, but anything that we can do just to try and promote their mental well-being, I think is vitally important as well.
At Supersport Park, where the first test will be played between the Proteas and India, organizers have tried to make sure that the two teams seldom interact, except on the cricket pitch. Northern's cricket operations manager Samuel Prinsloo explained how this would be possible and the measures in place to ensure an entertaining but COVID-free spectacle.
From the COVID side, It's a lot of work, I can tell you that, and long hours. And our staff are really vigilant in the manner they approach this. Starting up early with bomb sweeps at 6 every morning on training days, being out at 7, 8ish, with the coaches included, everything clean, fogged and sealed. And then can't enter any area without a biosuit. Now, I don't know if you know, but to wear those white biosuits in the middle of December is a trying time. As we already hosted the Sri Lanka matches last year on the Boxing Day, I think we will be fully prepared for India going forward. The protocols are that we want as close to zero interaction between the players. So in a perfect world, they would have different walkways going down, and I actually think that's what happens at Wanderers. But you'll always have the players' walkway where they will interact. So in this tour, they won't even stay in the same hotels. They'll stay in Cape Town and here in Gauteng. They'll be in 2 different hotels. The players are also split in our changing room by the match officials. So they'll have zero interaction. The interesting thing will come in with the WAGs and how we're going to split that with the children. But that'll be the BSE manager inside the bubble's problem and not ours. They eat in different areas. We almost want zero reaction. The fortunate thing about cricket is you can have zero reaction. With rugby and soccer, you can't.
2021 marks 30 years since the Proteas toured India in their first outing post-sporting isolation. Ties between the two nations have remained strong ever since, with each country priding themselves on having a strong home record. India going ahead with this tour, saving Cricket South Africa and sport in general immeasurable losses, will no doubt strengthen those bonds.